What's up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we got another event in Isle Heroes and it's time for us to do the Sacred Awakening session, the one where you get the higher odds for all of the best awakenings essentially. 1200% higher B plus odds, and most interestingly everything A minus and above. 3300% higher odds for S to SSS. I don't even know if they show the proper odds. I'm not too familiar with that Sacred Awakening session. Let's check this out. We got a 0.0472 chance, so 3,300 seems like a nice thing. It is, yeah, it is still very, very much so very rare. It's just that compared to the normal odds, it's a lot better. So, the thing is, they throw out the bait on Reddit with all the people getting their S tiers and higher, so we are kind of, well, forced into this, we could say. The good thing is we are guaranteed an A minus after 150 summons. If you get the A minus before that, that will also reset your counter over here, so the pity timer will be reset, and that will most likely result in you not being able, well, you can still get another A minus, it's just random then, so you can only get one A minus before the pity timer really ends and or is reset or taken away, we should say. So it isn't like you get an A minus but it wasn't at 150, and at 150 you will get another one, it's just done then, so at that point. Also, one thing that you should know, you can buy 10 of these for 1000 contract starry. You can get the cheapest starry gems obviously on SG Hub. If you want some starry gems, then check out the Discord link in the description. That will lead you to SG Hub. 100k starry gem giveaway right up over there. If you haven't seen it yet, I also made the video on it, so definitely check that out. Get yourself some nice juicy starry gems. Those first 10 though, the first 10 Soul Awakening results are bound and cannot be traded. So you get a soul bound copy in the first 10. No matter actually whether you bought them through like the contract starry there or got them through another pack, that doesn't matter. It's just that the first 10 are soulbound. I would say we just do the first 10 right now. I was thinking about what I would do. I don't know. I really want to have an Oscar, obviously. But I kind of struggle, we don't even have an Oscar copy right now, struggle with the thought of having a soulbound Oscar. I don't like that. I just don't like it. It doesn't make much sense, I know. It doesn't make much sense. I decided an A minus TBB in case I get it within the first 10 would be absolutely fine. So let's see what we can get. I got 10 TBB copies for us. Starting off very green. And of course, A minus is also like an interesting thought. When people talk about A minus, they kind of envision more something akin to like an A tier with like high attack and everything. You can get the crappiest A minus from this. So is it worth it? The first 10 I think are. The first 10 I think are very much so worth it. Oftentimes you end up with more contract starry than you spend on it initially. So that I think is really worth it. But everything beyond that, I mean, just go to SG Up and you get the SGs cheaper and get yourself a guaranteed A minus and don't end up spending 300 USD or something. I think it's like 300 USD, I think even a little bit more this time. On the hunt to an A minus that might just appear at 150. You also need all of the copies, obviously. I mean, it could appear at any time, so if you don't have 150 copies of the hero you desire, that is a little bit of a problem. So it's way easier to just spend like a third of that on SG Hub, get yourself 10k starry gems and get yourself the A minus LFA you probably wanted. So that is probably the easier way overall, and the recommended way. And you can participate in the giveaway, I guess. So that's the thing. We got a chunk of green ones here. That is quite common. That was the same for the last Sacred Awakening session as well. You do end up with like a lot of B minus, B tier, something like that. And those inherently have a ton of contract starry values. So that is very, very good. The only thing you really don't want to see is like 2 times green and then a red one and ends up being an A minus. A common misconception, by the way. Maybe we can clear that up because I saw it so often again. Whether or not a hero is A minus does not really depend on it having 2 A minus stats. A copy can very well have 2 A minus stats and not be A minus. It is the average of all the stats that matters for this, and I explained this in great detail in my Soul Perfection video that I made. it is the average, and it has to be in the A- stat range average for it to be A-. Otherwise, it can have 2 A- stats and still be a B+. Obviously, it can't have 3 A- stats and still be a B+, but that is still confusing to some people, so I wanted to clear this up. I wonder when we are going to see... My God. Okay, like that is honestly an E seeing blue here is quite rare. Like the chances for E tier are not great. If you get an E- in this 3.72%, that is essentially rarer than a B tier. So that is why kind of the blue stones are pretty rare and get 2 in a row. What is this? That's an E+. How rare is an E+? I didn't check. 14.4%. Okay, I mean, like, that is still the most common tier. But you have, like, another peak over here, which is the interesting part. So, we got through the first 10. We didn't get any A-. So, that means from now on, every single copy that we pull will no longer be soulbound, meaning it is important that we do use proper copies. So, the question right now is, what are we going to go for? We do need to buy further packs. Well, how did this end, by the way? Ooh! 107,341, and then we had 85,000. Top 5 at 78k. Bloody hell. I told everybody this is going to be expensive. Then we have Snow, top 13. That is an A+. Pretty good. Nice, I like it. Okay, Snow definitely going to do an A+. I'm going to be hyped to see what that is all about, what he's going to do there. They aren't in there in this year, all the summoning stones, so you have to buy them separately, and there is like this special event for that. Not Moonlight Gift, which is available as well. It's a very interesting event in that regard. Because you have multiple layers of like reward for VIP XP. You have this part, which gives you the monster resources. We got a new monster, will be a separate video. Won't do it in this one. And this is a treasure selection chest for the monster treasures, also including the new ones. So pretty cool. Then we have Wraec gift boxes. Of course, Wraec gift boxes, you get keys for getting VIP XP. So you get rewarded for VIP XP here too. And then, I mean, we have those packs, those suck. And then we have the well-chosen adventure pack. And these I have to kind of analyze right now. Because, I mean, we get double imps, which is pretty cool. We get the chest, which includes like the sigil pages and the monster pages. Also pretty cool. I don't really care about those. I guess those are extra hammers from imps. And then we have this deluxe gift box, which does include 12 Sacred Awakening Stone. The thing is, there is this not special treasure selection. By the way, you can buy yourself 10 tickets right here for that as well. You have this one. So 12 over here would cost about 30 USD, we could say. 30 USD, I mean, it's a lot more expensive. I lose the packs all the time. I still lose the packs, bloody hell. There it was. 12 is a lot more expensive, obviously, at 50 USD here. So that is more pricey to go that way, but you get the double imps loot. Is the question really if that is worth it for you? And I guess you get the 10 deluxe gift boxes as well. I was... probably would go for the smaller ones here first, because the way you want to approach this is usually to not use too much money. So I see some people, they go ahead and they buy out everything here because they say, oh, I need like 150 stones. No, you might get your copy, your A-, like 13 stones in, and then suddenly the rest of the event is no longer worth it. So you don't really want to do that. By the way, I hate that this ratio of the boxes to the stones is not really consistent. So it's here about 3 per 20. You have 2 per 13, 2 per 8. So essentially, you have a fourth of the stones covered here with those boxes. And here it's not even, it's like a ninth. Should put more boxes in the higher packs, because I really need those two, actually. So let's take the smaller ones first. I'm using the Xsola coupons, obviously. Explained those in multiple videos. We'll buy... Honestly, I just want to start with like 4. It seems stupid, but the thing is, I think Snow pulled his A- actually within the first 4. So it is something like this. We need some copies. Let's go ahead. I think I still have like 4 Oscars here, so we can just use those. There's some Wukongs too. Oscars are good, Medallions are good. Problem is, we don't really have too many of them. So that's a bit of an issue. But taking it slow here, it does pay off, ladies and gentlemen. It does pay off. Because you will save yourself a ton of money if you just buy them and use them in smaller batches. Just one pack at a time or something like that. Oh, E tier. Let's check. 9.9, okay. But still, I wanna see some more green. I mean, to an extent, I kind of don't. Because every time we see green, there's kind of the risk of it being A-. I kind of want something better. Imagine we pull SSS tier Oscar. That would be nice. But so far, it doesn't look like it. We're getting some pretty low rolls on this pack, honestly. Some pretty low rolls on this pack. My god. That is ridiculous. E-! We pulled E-1 speed. There it is. Could be 0 speed, by the way, at the beginning of the game. 3.7%. That is insane. That is insane. That's somewhere between B and B+. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, that is mad, ladies and gentlemen. That is mad. I kind of still want to go for, like, not those. Maybe we do this one. At least there was a box there. We're just going to buy them one by one. Chest-wise, we have 28 of those, so we're going to get 28 Oscar copies. I'm just going to summon them, I don't really care right now. But then it gets, yeah, I think we used a few also during regular Awakening sessions, so that was a bit of a mistake, I guess. I don't want to summon them all, actually, because they will be in my bag afterwards, so let's do 12, I guess. And then let's do the next summons. I'm going to skip in between a little bit to give you a more consistent summoning experience here. Because I don't want you to like see me buy some pack every like 4 seconds. But that is the way you have to do it to be smart. So, but it doesn't have to be a part of the video, obviously. I kind of still thinking I want to buy the double Imps Adventure loot. Just because we do get the hammers. I like it. I know it's a bit of a waste though for this event. It's a bit of a waste, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know yet. I'm not too sure. I do get hammers. But the hammer rods are also so annoyingly cooked, honestly. I'm not even sure if that is a smart idea. What are those summons? What is this? Stop it. It's such a curse. Okay, so I think we're just going to go with the double loot here. I'm going to get the triple loot too. Not sure about the quad loot. I mean, to an extent, yes, we do get like 25 over here. Do get a ton. I mean, the hammers, they really aren't the thing. Aren't really that worth it. And somehow devalued those deluxe gift boxes. Those are way too expensive within like the event. I don't know if we're going to do that. I mean, we do have Wraec keys available, right? But those are also pretty bad. We would get quad Wraec keys as well, right? I think it's worth it. Does end up with us spending more on the event probably though. Oh, we should... It's a bit stupid, but we got the boxes now, right? I think they had those... Oh yeah, VIP XP reward. And then we got those two. I kind of hate that. Because now we got 17. That's a ton, actually. 17 is a lot. I mean, you either go for... You're going to go for this anyway. Because the other stuff is like super low value. For us at least. So now we have 29. Which is too much. Feels like too much. I'll be honest. It feels like too much. Not because we are going to run out of copies, which we are also going to do. But if we now get the A-, I feel like I wasted it. But then again, we also do get Wraec keys and stuff. So it's probably fine, I guess. Probably fine. Such a tricky event. Green. Okay, triple green. B tier, nearly B+. Not bad. Not bad. Control immunity offset on there too. Might be better than my copy. Ah no, my copy is B+. My copy is B+. I have like this annoying copy for him. Wait, where is it? There. He is good. Control position on there. High roll is actually pretty high roll B+. Oh, that is one. Okay, that's nearly max roll B+. Okay, not too bad. I have to level the heroes later on as well. I leveled nearly everything but him. 125, let's go. Doesn't do anything. You don't see the difference in the stats. It doesn't help at all. But we still do it. Because it looks fancy. I mean, if I take a screenshot of that, it does look fancy. It does look fancy. You guys have to agree. That does not look fancy. I don't like that. Okay, 22 in. Still 128 to go. Until we reach the pity timer. At which point, I think we kind of run out of copies before we hit the pity timer, though. At least of Oscar copies, which is sad, because that is the hero I need the most. I will keep one copy of Oscar, just in case we hit 149. Because we did so last time. We hit 149 last time. And then you can just throw in whatever copy, and it's guaranteed to be A-. It's essentially like an A- core. So that is going to be good. We do have, of course, more copies here, another 16. I mean, Wukong isn't bad. Let's summon that too. I mean, I don't hate getting like a Wukong A-. I can at least throw that on the market, and it's still one of the best heroes in the game, so obviously somebody's going to buy it. Let's see. I wouldn't mind getting an early one. I wouldn't mind if they stopped giving me bloody E. How can you get 3 E-? I didn't get 3 B+. Where are my 3 B+? What the hell? That is some crazy stuff. I mean, a C tier, I don't mind. Okay, give me a C tier, it's fine. But E- in Sacred Awakening? Is it another one? That's an E tier. Why do I have Sacred Awakening? That looks the same as my normal summons. At least we get some green. B tier. Nice. Precision holy damage. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Pretty good stats. Precision, always good. We take it. At least E+. I'm happy about E+ already, because I feel a little bit less scammed. Ah, come on. Give me some good ones. I feel a little bit less scammed at least. That's a longer thing. I would have liked to do this as a live stream, because that's such a great live stream through the Sacred Awakening session. The problem is my internet is bad at the moment. It's really bad. I get it fixed within like the next week. But it's not good. It's not good at the moment. My router is dying, and apparently it's a bug. I was told this is a bug. Apparently this router just at some point dies. I don't know. It is apparently a feature, not a bug or feature. I don't know, but it happens, and I'm now in the process of this happening, and I very much so feel it. And just points, I've just no internet at all for a few seconds, and this makes it so I don't really want to stream. To get me, because that is the thing that's like the most annoying. If you want to do a live stream and it just doesn't work, and people say, the connection is bad or something, that bothers me so much if that happens. I hate it when that happens. That's such an annoying thing to happen. Horrible. Horrible. I don't know if you can imagine that, but you just want it to work, you just want to have a good time with the people in the live stream chat, and it just doesn't work out. That is horrible. So I just wait for next weekend, and then it should be fine, and then we can do some proper live streams again. But at that point, obviously, the Sacred Awakening session is going to be gone. I still have a lot of opportunity to stream in Idle Heroes. At the moment, content, we do have some content. We have more content than I can cover, actually. HHA, we still have to make the video. Monster video I'm going to just record later, I guess. So there's a lot of stuff happening. So let's see. Instant Wukong again. Don't give me a minus, please. Okay. B tier, I take it. I mean, it's not the worst to happen. At some point we're probably going to have to throw in a few LFAs, I guess. But I'd rather get a Wukong A- at that point. That would be better. So let's see. How many summons do we have left? We have 3 summons left. We did use the chest, right? We did use the chest. So we could go for triple now, for quad loot now. Just good. I didn't prepare enough of the coupons, I think, for this event. We prepared 300. So we do have another 10 Reverie keys there. And we have to do, by the way, the shelter mission as well. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I will do it like somewhere in between, but we have to do shelter as well. Oh wait. Okay, it's DGN. Why didn't they put Oscar in there? That sucks. Is there a chest in here for heroes? Which chest? We have the Avenger Deluxe chest. Okay, not bad, but not. Oh, that's the puppet chest. Tricking me. Okay, we don't have a chest in there. The packs? Neither. Okay, spend some time, got ourselves some copies. We got 25 here that we can use first. And then I just went ahead and I tried using some chests. We obviously don't have enough chests of like Oscar, so I got only 3 more Oscar copies. And I kind of regret that I just didn't go and try to get as many copies as possible of him. But I didn't think about this event at all. I'll be honest. Didn't think about it at all. I could have gotten more. But I kind of feel like they should put more hero chests in the events. Just to enable more summons. I feel like this game isn't one where you really spend for a hero, so you don't really spend to obtain like the newest hero, you spend to upgrade the newest hero, and they are very clear on that. So it's not really a thing for that. Oh, we got a Sylvie copy there. That's pretty sweet. I didn't go for this, but we have 10 Williams copies here. They ain't bad. And then I got like Madeline copies. 30 Madeline copies, and I got a few TBB copies. And we can do Basilisk. We'll summon TBB copies later. Because we have like 28 stones only now. I think we start off... Well, let's start off with an Oscar. Let's see what we can do. Oscar, SSS tier. Okay, that's green. But that's a V-. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'll probably retire the copies that we summon right here. Unless, of course, we get like a really good one. If we get like the A- will probably go to the auction house. Unless it's something way higher. It's better my copy, I'll obviously keep it. Obviously. But Oscar is really mostly the only hero that I'm personally interested in. Unless it is a super high roll. Like for Wukong, for example, we would need to get SSS tier. Because I have a max roll SS tier. So everything below just isn't better than what I have. So it's for selling on the auction house then. Doesn't mean it's bad. If you get like an A+ Wukong, it's still good money. So it's still a ton of money still. If we get like an A-, yeah, I mean, we don't break even with the event. So it's more likely that we lose money on this event than that we make any. Just to say this very clearly. So it's not like an easy way to earn anything, really. The first 10 are. The first 10 because you buy them for contract starry, and then you can retire, so you have more contract starry later on than you had before. So I think those are still pretty great. Those are more Wukong copies than I anticipated, but that's okay. I at least wouldn't hate an A- Wukong, you know? I think that's the most important part. Really good is also Madeline. Madeline is also really good because the copies are just so valuable. So even if we pull something like a B+ with good speed that can still sell. With good speed that is still big money, because what people are looking for, they want to have her very, very fast. And obviously if you get a good copy with good speed, that is value, and that is worth more than most other copies at the moment on the market, actually. On like the tier rate. So even the B+ is probably the most valuable B+ at the moment, the Madeline. I would say it's probably the most valuable B+ at the moment. I mean, you can obviously have A- as well, but it depends all on the speed stat. Really, it does. It depends all on the speed stat for Madeline. So if you get like a SSS attack, it really doesn't matter. You want to have your speed there. And in that sense, we got like a really good copy, by the way. Because if you remember, we got SSS speed on my Madeline copy. So that was really, really nice. I'll just say those Wukong copies sucked, but this one just leveled up to B- on the screen because it was first the purple stone and then just the green ones came down, so that was a lot better actually than I anticipated. But let's take a look at the Madeline. I want to check it out myself. See, 99 speed. That's the way it's supposed to look. That's a horrible roll though. I have to re-roll that. But from the stat side, the copy's perfect. It's just perfect. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. And the interesting thing about it is I summoned it myself. With the SSS core, obviously, but I summoned it myself and it got the perfect stats for me. So that was absolutely great. I love it. Oh, please don't, please don't, please don't. Oh, good. Now we are hoping for not A-. The health stats saved us. This one is actually, that's 300 away. This one is 1,200 away, so this one isn't really close to A-. It just looked that way for a second. That's a pretty good Wukong, I guess. You would see it in advance, because there's like the special animation if you get like an A- or above. But sometimes don't see it. So, yeah. DGN was also an idea. Just because DGN is like still a very good hero. It's not a top damage dealer, some people make her out to be, but she's high damage. She's still very high damage, so even if you go into PvE or something, you go into Void campaign, you can still do major damage with her. And the advantage really is, you have debuff spread. That is the good thing. You have some buffs for you and the rest of the team, and you put debuffs on the enemy, and you put massive debuffs on them, especially if she's like at Destiny 16. So that can be absolutely insane. Let's do some Madeline. Ooh, Madeline. Madeline is good value. Like, honestly. I'm not even sure if Oscar was the right pick. Or if Madeline would have been better. Just because the B+ are still so good. And you can summon a lot of B+ in this event. Well, we didn't. But you could, in theory. We got E+. It's also something, I guess. It's also something, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. Back to back. Yay. I like it. Or I don't. I think an S tier offer is also pretty good value. I don't even remember S tier prices for Madeline. I think they're still pretty high. But obviously, needs to be good speed. And Soul Perfected, I don't think for S tier really does cut it. Because you wanna have the Soul Power on her. You wanna upgrade her speed a lot. And with like a Soul Perfected S tier, you really get the lowest speed of S tier possible. So you have to get a good price then. Yeah. We should get some chests from the last packs that we can buy for this. Well, we are going to get to 150 summons anyway with this, so this is another thing. We have to get, not the Sacred Awakening session, we have to go into this now and get ourselves a few more here. Do we stay with 8? I'm just going to do a cut then. Packs bought, went for Oscar. So we have a few more extra summons right here. As well less than I thought in that pack. But we're just going to do it the same way now. We're going to skip the pack buying process, but I just don't want to buy too many packs, so that is the thing. Back to Madeline it is. So those were lucky Oscars in those chests. Yeah, sadly have to admit it. Not too many Madelines there as well. You can get Madelines from the box, but I think the upper directive for me is really not the value from the Starry Gym sale or from the sale in the auction house that we could potentially achieve with the Madeline, but that I just want to get a high roll on an Oscar, ideally. That would be the best thing if we get a high roll on Oscar, and thus it's not too important for me that we lose some money on the way, maybe for some Madelines that might have been B+. I think that is the main thing. I also put Finn in there. Kind of think he had a bit of a glow up in the recent times. Pretty good hero, not gonna lie. Also kind of fits the on-death thing that's going on in PvP. It's pretty meta, so kind of works for that. So definitely don't hate Finn, not at all. I think, is he undervalued a bit? I don't know. I mean, I saw him a lot in PvP now. I saw him a lot there, and he does work. Pretty great hero for that. I think now it's like everybody's going for everything damage over time or everything damage on death, really. So not too sure about this position there in the meta. But I wouldn't hate getting him. I think he's like one of the heroes that's probably mostly going to increase in value. Because with all the heroes that weren't really too popular at release, the thing is that not too many people summon for them. So if you have like an SSS stone like me and the hero isn't very popular and you don't think the hero is too good, you're not going to use it. So, and as all people kind of have a similar thought process, unless they are like very trigger happy and just throw their stone on the first new hero that comes out, it is kind of a thing that there are just less high value copies summoned. So if we get an A- for a copy like this, it doesn't have to be bad. If he gets a bit of an hype, and then you might be one of the only people selling it. So that's a good thing. Well, I don't really want to, but I guess it's all right. We can get our D copy right here. Guess that's fine. 85 now. Yeah, not going to go for SFX. Do we have the Basilisks? Shall we just do Basilisk? Let's do Basilisk. I like Basilisk. Looks so cool. I like that they put DH Games there on the bike. And there is another lizard there. It's double lizard. Oh wait, is that a frog? No, that's a frog. It's not even a lizard. That's a frog. Ooh, is it like Crazy Frog? is that the idea of the frog? It's like from the Crazy Frog song, because there's this Crazy Frog, this old ringtone, the Crazy Frog on the bike. Is that like a little bit of a reference? Okay, went ahead, complete shelter so that we have all the keys later on. We will do... I'm not too sure. Depends on how long this video is if we are going to do this. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Because if this gets too long, we will just separate it in another video. I think that's going to be the better idea. You get a little bit more consistent videos as well, so that's a good thing. We do have 13 stones here. Let's get SSS, please. Ah! Stop it! At least we can get a few of you guys out of the idea than to do this event by getting like too many of those bloody E- here. Well, it's all over if we get like a super high roll soon. And then it's not going to be good. I wouldn't mind getting SSS DGN. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I like my copy of DGN. But I wouldn't hate getting that. DGN is like a pretty great hero. I use her too little. I should use her more often. She has been a bit off meta in PvP. Because debuff stuff is currently not like that much of a hype. Mostly, I guess, because we also got more options to remove it. And at least in the super end game of idle heroes, they do get more implemented. So like the Megalodons, which I mostly tend to fight. They do get more of the imprint infusions of like the... It's not... It is imprint infusions. On the imprint infusions, so they do have the option to like select some purify versions in there and then double purify from the red stones. So yeah, makes it more tough to really apply debuffs and have them stick. So I guess that's part of the reason. I think she's still such a threat. And if you get her DT off, ooh. I think she's interesting because she's like both in a fast meta she can be good, but also in a slow meta. In a slow meta where you really have those debuffs built up, when you get her DT going, when you put all of the debuffs on the enemy. Yeah, this is good actually. This is really good actually. Pretty great hero. I like her. I really do. I got a nice roll for her. What did I get? I got like GK, Defier, Fear Immunity, something crazy along the lines of that. Let's check it out. Let's give it a second. We do have the time for it. We do have the time. Let's check out the roll. I don't have it in mind anymore. I know because I didn't use her for so long. Yeah, we got GK, Defier, Fear Immunity, crit. I always hated the crit. But it was like GK, Defier, Fear Immunity. Who throws that away? That's crazy. And now just imagine you put like Imprint Infusion on her. And you take the minus 50 crit plus 50% attack. Ooh. She's so well set for that. Could be crazy. Problem is I now have the roll on this copy, so even if I get like an SSS tier copy, I couldn't get the roll on that, which would make it really tough to actually make the SSS tier copy better, I guess. So that's a little bit annoying. Already planning the roll for the SSS copy that I don't get from those summons. That's great. That's great, Mr. Wraec. That's great. Of course you're going to get an SSS tier copy. That's like, what? 1 in 100,000 or something? It's just not going to happen. I just found 34 Madeline copies. That is a bit crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Going to summon 15 of those. 34! That is ridiculous. We also got a few more Oscars. Going to summon Oscars first and then we're just going to go Madeline. Because that is, I think, is the best route. Also, there's so many more fins. Where did I get those from? It now gets a little bit annoying. The problem with like taking this approach of buying the small packs first is you buy the big packs last. So you have to buy the big packs. I mean, it's not an disadvantage of the strategy necessarily. It's mostly just that there are big packs, which is not great because, well, then you have to buy like a lot of them. And you buy a lot of them on go and then you have some extra and it's not good in this event. So, yeah, that's a problem. We got 99 now, got another 20, which will bring us, and that is really cute. I didn't see that before. So we have 20, we have 99 summons done. And if we do this and buy this pack, it brings us to, wait, does it work? No, wait, or, yeah, 119 after this pack, and with this pack it's 149. It's exactly one short. Isn't that great? That's such a nice trap. And we can't get any from any other source. So they've designed a route that when you take it, brings you to 149 apparently. That's cool. That is really great. I mean, we're not nearly at 400. So if we don't get it early now, you have to buy a 100 USD pack. Which sucks. I have to say it. That's not great. That's not really what I want for this event, because this event is then going to be rather expensive. But you guys asked for this. So I wanted to do it. I wanted to do the Sacred Awakening. At least please give me something better than A-. Give me something really nice and give it on an Oscar. How about that? How about we agree on that? DH Games, what if I buy the 100 USD pack and we agree that I need an SSS Oscar? How about that? Wouldn't that be a nice idea? It's a horrible event. Let's be honest about this. This is a horrible event. Anybody that spends on it, it's better me and creating content with it. For anybody else, it's really not worth it. Really isn't. Okay, last Oscar for now. Then we're going to go Madeline. We could use the Oscar copy. Really no harm in that. Because if we have to buy the other pack, it's going to be another Oscar in there anyway. So, we can use that. Maybe we trick the game now. Get high value. B tier, okay, high attack. Not really what you're looking for. Let's switch over to Madeline. We got a ton of Madeline copies. I like the design. I like the design. It was really cool. The Kitchen Hero. Really interesting, by the way, that they decided that Madeline is like the kitchen hero and cooking is like a main part of a thing. I mean, we played the one event where her story was revealed, which was pretty cool. There's like a story behind her. But none of her abilities are really cooking related. It's not really like in any way, shape or form a hero that plays into that. Usually, if you have like the hero that is the cooking hero, then the abilities are centered around that. It really isn't the case. I mean, it's maybe some of the names of the abilities. I didn't check that, but it really isn't like a cooking thing. And thinking about that now, I guess most of the descriptions aren't really themed around anything. They're just meant to describe, so they just like attacks the enemy for 500% damage or something. And it's not like some extra in there. So throws her cooking pot at the enemy and does 500% damage. So something like that. There could be a difference, you know? But they never really do that. I saw this in some other games though. That they theme the description text a little bit around the hero design and the hero abilities that they lore-wise add to them. So that is an interesting approach that they don't do that. God, I hate this, that they made this design event this way. Or I missed something, could also be the case. I hope I didn't. But our route would end on 149. As far as I see it. It is not good. It is not good. Unless we buy the 100 USD pack. Oh, come on, just give me the A- early. Let's go, come on. 5 more to go. 5 more to go, please. Please. Ah. I'm a bit worried. I mean, it is certainly not worth it to spend 100 USD for an A-. It's just the hope that it's more than an A-. But if you get like to the A- point, I think it's like, is it guaranteed to be an A-? It says it's an A-. Or does this work like an A- stone? Does it say that? If it works like an A- stone? I think it didn't. It wants a hero of A- or above. A hero with A- or above quality, so I guess it works like an A- stone. Okay. I mean, that's something. That at least gives us a decent chance for higher tier rolls. Though I reckon it doesn't incorporate the extra 3300% for like an S tier hero. Guess it doesn't do that. Last chance, come on. Ah, my money. Rip me. What do we have here? Oh, Moonlight Gift. Nice. Okay, I take that. The good thing is, it's new monster. So we actually do get the new monster treasures in the year. So the extra spending is not for nothing. Oh, I hate it so much. Well, now you really have to go on SG Hub and buy some Starry Gems. Or get yourself a membership. That's also a possibility. When you subscribe to the channel, you can also get memberships in some countries. Pretty cool. Gives you a special name and stuff. Not bad. So the last one we don't actually need. We got 5 Wraec keys for that. So that's something. That's something, I guess. And we do get 5 chests. That's really not enough. 5 chests really is not enough. For 45 summons that you get from that. 5 of those chests that give you Oscar. That should have been more. I think that should have been a little bit, at least like 10, 15. You do get 2 of the red ones though. And red ones are pretty tough to max, so I don't hate that. Don't really need the monster upgrade material. I have more than enough of that, trust me. So now we really have to leave 1 Oscar. In case we really hit 149. We should leave 2 Oscar, honestly. We should leave 2 Oscar. Because I'm not really sure how the mechanics worked. We should be able to summon up to 149 and then 150th should be the summon. Yeah, guaranteed at the 150th row. Okay, so it's not a problem. Okay, then we can don't have to leave 2. Then we just have to leave 1. The odds are pretty good though. Like, it's not good that we have to go to 150. But the thing is, I think we now... Do we have enough meddling copies to actually bridge that gap? Where are the meddling copies? Did I use all of them? No. There we have more. So we think we now have enough meddling copies to actually make that work. So we only have high value summons now to the end. So what can happen? Either we get like to 149, at which point we throw in the Oscar copy. There's a little bit of a gap there. We'll see. Oh, wait. Found some extra meddling copies. In case we need them. Found some extra Oscar copies. Ooh, extra Oscar copy, let's go. Yeah, okay. Got way too hyped about that eat here. But I mean, sometimes you just have the extra copies in here. So that's good. I will use the meddling copies that are not in my meddling. Oh, wait. Oscar, okay, yes. All good. Meddling, let's go. Okay. I mean, we do have more than we need now. So we can do extra summons, I guess. I'm going to definitely do the 40 summons. There's no use in keeping them. Let's see. How do you reckon? I really kind of hope now that we get a few B+ on the way from Madeline and then we can summon our A Oscar. That would be nice. That would be nice. And then we high roll instead of A-, we get S tier. Yes, that's going to be a great idea. I like that. And while we are waiting for that to happen, you can just scroll down for a second and hit that subscribe button. How about that? Still a lot of people that aren't subscribed to this channel, and we have to fix that. We have to fix that because that really helps. Honestly, subscribing isn't too important for which content you see. That's mostly the algorithm. But it really helps me out when the subscriber count goes up. If we get sponsored or something, they always look at the subscriber count and then decide how much they want to pay. So really, that is more important than you think. It gets you corporations. So that helps me do more content as well. Because you saw in last months, really, we got a few more ads on the channel. Some ad videos mostly, which you guys watched, which I really like. This helped a lot, actually. And those pay for a few events. So that's pretty good. Those are pretty good. Definitely. We'll get another one pretty soon. Let's see. Next Madeline. It helps if you have like the higher subscriber count. The higher subscriber count, the more they pay. Obviously, they look at the views as well. So if you have higher subscribers and no views, well, that is not what they want to see. But they were really happy with the engagement on the Mod to Immortal ad that I did a while ago. So that was something that was definitely pretty good because you guys cared for the game, and I think it was a good game. It's a very fair game as well, surprisingly enough. Very, very easy to obtain heroes in there. Very easy to upgrade them as well. Obviously, you can whale and get yourself big progress or something, but you can still play the game, get a ton of loot for free every single day. So, pretty good community support as well. Was very positive. I have to say it. I have to say it. So, getting closer here. 12 more to go until we really get into the realm where we can use our Oscar copy and get an A- there. Unless, of course, we get it in last summons. I just don't want to get it on a crappy copy. On a crappy hero. Like, Madeline is fine, Oscar's fine, we're all good there. We're running out of Madeline, though. So I don't know if we maybe have to get some more Madeline copies somehow. And I noticed, by the way, I was checking out the Starry Gem Mall, where you can spend the contract Starry, and noticed they didn't upgrade those chests. I think the highest chest goes to like TBB or something, which was like when they were released. Someone forgot to add new chests in there, which I don't really understand, but I just didn't update that. So it's a bit weird. So you can't really get copies of like more up-to-date heroes. I would have imagined that it would be a smart thing for them to just put like a chest there which includes the newest hero. And just like that, like a premium chest, you know? Put like the 3 newest heroes in there and make that chest cost 500 contract Starry. Something ridiculous. Because somebody is going to say, oh, I want to upgrade my hero, and is going to use it. I reckon that's going to be the case. Okay, somehow I have to find a Madeline copy now. She isn't like available in like the, that would be very easy if she was. Got Wukong in there. But Wukong, but I doubt, oh, the old heroes as well. It's like so irrelevant now. We got Williams. We also do have Williams copies. But do I want the Williams A-? Oh, we do have Madeline. How many copies do we need? Like 5? Let's get 5. I have 25,000 of this. That really doesn't matter. Yeah, come on, let's get... I've forgotten to count. Should be enough. I really don't use the Glorious Relics. It's just that I don't really need artifacts. Doesn't really matter too much. Got 6 here, okay, should work out. And yeah, that sets us now straight on the route to perfect copies. Could have saved 600 by just using the copy in the Madeline, but well, not like I have to. Okay. Green, B+ with high speed. B- with low speed. Yeah, not really what we want to see. That is another E-. No. E+. Oh, very cool. E+. Okay, now we have to be careful so that I don't oversummon. Because we want to stop when this says 149. We want to stop them. And then we want to use our Oscar. And then we want to throw that Oscar in there. And then it's going to be hopefully something good. It is going to be an improvement. No matter what. So we are now at the point. It is going to be an improvement, ladies and gentlemen. We saw the copy before. It's high B+. So if we get an A-, that is going to be our new Oscar copy. It's going to be better. No question about it. The thing is, we can get more. And obviously, if we get more, that is very good. That is what you want to see. What you want to see is very high tier Oscar, as high tier as possible. Good speed on him is actually nice. If you get like good speed, if you get something along the lines that would look like the Madeline copy, that would be perfect. The chances for that are very low. Most people, when you get to this point, they get an A-. That is just the way this works. But I wouldn't hate if we got something better. So let's see. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button. Check out SG Hub if you want to see the 100k SG giveaway and get yourself some Starry Gems there as well. And with that, let's go into the summon. Come on. Let's go. Okay, red, green. 68 speed. I was like crappy, but it's like, it's 5,400 is the breaking point for A-. So this is not super low. This is not super high. This, however, this is good. This is 68 speed. 68 speed is actually a lot. And now you can see it says completed. So it doesn't mean like we can't get another A- from this. It just means that we are no longer guaranteed to get one. So if you pull your A- in the first 5 copies, Well, your pity timer is gone. That's also another reason, by the way, why you want to see whether or not it comes or is dropping within the first 10. So we got block, crit damage, and damage reduction. Do I hate that? I'm not even sure I hate that. I would go holy armor on this guy, honestly. Let's do a few rolls. Have a few hammers. Giant killer skill damage. Hey, it doesn't need giant killer. It's really giant killer defy damage reduction. I mean, I take that. I take that. That is not ugly. But honestly, holy armor better. Damage reduction, holy armor. No. Holy armor, crit damage, yep. Yep. Well, CI would have been good. Crit damage is not good. Damage reduction is not necessarily needed. We can get a little bit better roll. Oh, control immunity offset. So holy armor, control immunity offset, and CI. Yeah, I think that would be it. Holy armor, crit. What the hell? That was kind of interesting. Okay, let's roll for one more holy armor roll. Shouldn't be too difficult. Skill damage, crit damage, reduce dot receive. Okay. Giant killer. Control immunity is good though. Holy armor, defier armor. I think that's better. Not too sure I really... the thing is, you say armor is like not a good stat. The problem is, we don't have a lot of armor buffs for mages. So it's not like it doesn't help. And defier's good. Holy armor's good. I think that's actually a good roll. I think I actually like that. We got the 68 speed on that. Let's see what we can do. Soul Temple, Soul Gathering Statue. There it is. We got 2,590. Not bad. I don't hate it. So it would have been better if we got something higher. Yes, obviously. Obviously that would have been nice. But we got our A-. We got good speed. That's good speed for PvP. We got good stats for PvP. The 68 in here. PvE also very interesting with the holy armor. I mean, you should have a little bit easier time now surviving. I don't know which setup I have. I think this guy has unbending on him. Could just maybe do this. Could also get this in there and get the core. Let's try like this. It won't clear. I just want to see if he can take a hit. Ah, bloody hell. Give him some speed. I mean, he's still going into Unbending Will. Well, we saw that before. I did try Torch on ATD. And it still sent him into Unbending Will immediately when the Valks hit him. So we've kind of outscaled Holy Armor, I think, for Valks. Which is a little bit annoying, I have to say. I have to say that's a little bit annoying. Considering this video is already 53 minutes long, though, I think we're going to do the Revelry key rolls in the next one. I think that's going to be important. Don't forget that you can buy those here as well. So you can get yourself some tickets there. I'm not going to show this event part this time, I think. We have 14 rolls left, though. Like we can at least do the 14 rolls, I guess. Let's do it on some random stuff. We have some interesting stuff there. Let's see if we can get something good. 5-star activated. We can get some DGN here. DGN, okay. Let's do some quick summons. 14 summons. I think that is those we still have to do. Do I like the way they did this event? Not really, if I'm honest. I think they should stick with like around 250 USD for like the full A-. Oh no, not you. Not you, get out of there. And now this time they added too many packs, I think. And I think I don't really like how you have to buy like those big packs and then you end up with like 15 more. Which is so much, really. I think that's not good. Shouldn't be the case. They should go for some more equal-sized packs, maybe like 10 per pack or something like that. That I think would be better. And not just going for a pack with 45. Which is a little bit stupid in my opinion. and that the road was ending for us at 149. That wasn't random. Let's be honest about that. That wasn't random. That was completely planned by them. That if you take that way that we took, you end up at 149 if you don't be careful. And that would have meant that we had to buy the 100 USD pack to get ourselves the A-. So we would have stood before the decision to either buy the 100 USD pack or not get our A-, which I think is crazy that this was a thing. That was crazy. And they planned that. You have to keep that in mind. They planned that. We have a ton of contract story, by the way. So if I now retire all those copies, which isn't really video content, I guess, we are going to get like a ton of contract story. So this is definitely going to be enough for a few events, which obviously doesn't have high value for me because SGR, but it is still part of the event loot to an extent. So I should keep that in mind. Some Gaggy copies here. Also cool hero. Has like boom on the guys there. I wish Gaggy was a bit better. He's like a cool hero. But the taunt, he doesn't have the Transcendence taunt. Should have had the Transcendence taunt in my opinion. And the bombs make it a little bit tough, and then you have a hero that really doesn't do well in PvE, is a little bit too slow for PvP, so that is a bit of a problem. And also, the idea of taunt in this game is a bit problematic, because you end up with a hero that gets hit a few times and then just instantly dies. So, makes it a bit tough, really, to survive. Like, imagine you taunt 4 Gustins. Yeah, they all link to the taunt hero now. How long does that taunt hero live? For the next attack of any other hero, probably. And then he's going to be gone. So that's not going to work. So yeah, so that was basically it. I mean, in terms of summons, maybe we can take a look at that. Wait, we can probably... no, not smart. Well, we can retire. That doesn't matter. I wanted to filter, actually. And we didn't get an A-, aside from the pity one. We got those B+. Really not a lot of B+. Ton of Bs. Like, it's insane. We got like the most in the first 10 summons. We got 2 Bs there. And then really didn't get too many later. Compared to the amount of summons that we did. I mean, we did 165 summons in the first 10, we got 2, and then afterwards we got like, what is that, another 9? Which is the same ratio. But okay, still cool. Let's end this video before the 1 hour mark though. I hope you enjoyed this little summoning session we did right here. In any way, I wish you a great day. I will see us in the next one.